So I suppose the goal is to get GC and stay there and be comfortable GC.
Stay there, yeah.
Yeah.
As it stands, I'm really only able to consistently stay in with comms with the teammate, but solo queue, IMMR plummets.
Yeah. I can kind of see from when we played together.
Yeah.
You're not missing much, and it's the thing is at this point, it's gonna end up being a little bit of everything, you know, unless you have something that you're much better than everything else, that you need to improve the other things. You seem to be okay in game sense, okay in mechanics, okay in, you know, basic mechanics. I might have seen a little lack in your advanced mechanics. We're gonna see through the replay when you play at your elo, because you had 2 or 3 setups of the walls, like free unchallenged stuff, and you kind of fumbled them.
Yeah.
So these might be the goals, because you saw my other coaching when I say that basically there's the games that you get crushed, and there's the games that you crush, the other way around, but whatever.
Yeah.
And there's the games, the close wins, let's say 3-2, and the close losses, 2-3. These are the ones that we're trying to change. We want these to go there. So maybe one less defensive mistake, one more good play on offense per game. And this is where we want to work. And this is what's going to start making us climb. So, you know, maybe in a game where you get a setup and you fumble the setup that you would have scored or have opened the play enough for your teammate, you would have won that game, right?
Yeah, more than likely.
And a win instead of a loss counts for 2. So you don't lose the -10 and you get the +10. You see what I mean? There's a 20-point difference between losing a game and winning a game. So if you're 1400, let's say, I don't know your exact MMR, so if you're 1400 and you lose, you go 1390, but if you win, you're 1410. That's that. Sorry?
I said I get what you're trying to say.
So what I did at first, I uploaded your replay to ball chasing, because I want to check 2 things. First, the movement per players. You are the slowest player in the lobby, which is not necessarily bad depending on the reason why you're slower than everyone. Is it too fast for you, or you're just playing patient? You get what I mean? But it still gives us good intel before we start watching. So you're less often than anyone in supersonic. You're not the one that's most in boost speed. You tend to be slow on the field. So maybe there's a timing issue. Remember when I was showing about the clip when you turned before the challenge happened? So I think you arrived too early, so you had to slow down, and you had no momentum, and you were too close, so then you decided to turn in case there was something bad. Maybe if you had been with momentum but a bit further, you get what I mean? You wouldn't have turned, and you wouldn't have slowed down, and you would have kept your momentum, save boost, and so on and so forth. We'll check that in the replay. Ground versus air, you seem to be pretty much like everyone, but became super big. Other than high in the air, you're much lower than everyone high in the air. So that kind of hints towards the lack of advanced mechanic I was talking about. Other than this dude that burns boost like a man, you seem to be like everyone. So even though you're slower than everyone, you tend to have less boost than everyone. That's interesting. You're more often with 0 boost than everyone else. You almost never have full boost. What's your boost pickup like? Okay, your boost pickup is great. It's actually amazing. Like, this guy's slurping like a madman. He doesn't like small pads. So normally we're aiming towards 2080 in a normal game. Ah, true, you went in overtime in this game. Yeah, no, so that's too low then. Much too low. You did 2 minutes overtime. Yeah, your boost pickups are not good enough. Your small pad seems fine. I would have to check like a normal 5-minute game. In a 5-minute game, we're aiming for 2080.
2080?
Yeah, 20 big pads, 80 small pads. Generally, you have enough boost to play a whole 5-minute game. Okay. Plus or minus a few. So you played a 7-minute game and you did 20, 105. Calc. 105 and 7, so that's 15 small pads per minute times 5, right? 75. So your small pads are decent. But if I do 21 and 7 times 5, you're at 15. So you're too low on big pads. So you took too much at heart the take small pads. Because it's good, because it's much easier to pull someone towards the big boost than away from them, because the attraction is very strong for the big boost. But yeah, so we're gonna keep an eye. So boost pickup and advanced mechanics / speed timing. I'm gonna note it here. Look for boost pickup, advanced mechanics, and timing. An update? Yay, it updated on stream. Great. And your power slide count is low. Not a fan of that.
Yeah, I don't touch my power slide too often.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, every time you land, you're supposed to have power slide engaged. Yeah. I'm very bad at it. Very, very bad at it for my level. And I still have better numbers than that. Like in my lobbies, it looks a lot more like Keith. Everyone's like Keith, and I'm more towards like you type thing.
Yeah, that goes to me going back from trying to train with free air roll and power slide on the same thing. I have my directional left on my power slide, and the way I go about it, I think I told you last time.
Yeah,
I hold both.
Yeah,
I hold both my directionals and power slide at the same time when I'm on my wheels, but it's just doesn't happen often. I don't do it as much as I should. And that tends to slow me down.
Oh,
that's what brings down my numbers for a lot of other things. The fact that I don't power slide, I don't maintain momentum, I don't maintain my speed.
Like, actually, I have, the highest in the lobby. That's a GC2 lobby.
Yeah.
And I'm like in the most power slides in the lobby. It's very, very important. But I'm bad, and I end up spinning out when I wave dash sometimes and stuff. So I still need to work on it.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Let's get into it. Get the pen. I need to put it on window.
Yeah, you're gonna see my go-to kickoff. It's the thing that you already mentioned to me in the one that we played together. So you're gonna see that a lot. I'm just warning you now.
Okay. General PSA, public service announcement. when you do something that like it's your go-to, you do something different than everyone else. Like if the best players in the game aren't doing that thing, most likely it's not the best thing to do. Just putting that out there, okay? Yeah, but I prefer it this way. Yeah, but nah.
That's funny.
It oh yeah, that. Yeah. It's just so kickoffs. We didn't even watch a second and I'm paused. So kickoffs, it's a game of statistics. Okay? And
Yeah.
why do we cheat? We cheat because the ball can either stay neutral, go in our half, or go in their half. Okay? We cheat because if it stays neutral, it's good to cheat. And if it goes in their half, it's good to cheat. Right? So normally, 66% of the time, it should be good to cheat.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, by cheating off center like this, what you do is you skew the stats. You add another dimension, which is like this. Okay? So the kickoff can stay neutral right side, positive right side, negative right side, negative left side, neutral left side, positive left side. So now what happens is this is a loss, this is a loss, this is a loss, this is a win, this is a win, and this is a loss. Let's say we lose and you can't get to it. So we change that 66% into a 33%.
I see. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Because when you're mid, if it stays neutral, like you can go both sides. Yes, if the ball goes straight there, you destroy everyone in the lobby. But what are the odds, right?
Yeah,
unless you're playing dual Q and you ask him to force right, but not like back right. And unless it's strategized with someone in comms and you both agree and you can make it consistent, I would advise against it in solo queue.
Yeah. There was a time where probably early on, probably when I first hit Diamond, somebody had told me about this.
Yeah.
What I'm doing there, and they called it a soft cheat. And it was like, oh, why not just soft cheat and grab an extra pad of boost just in case it pops up? You have the extra boost to beat the second man to the ball. And that kind of just stuck in my head. And I kind of got into that habit of doing it like that.
So if we have the kickoff side by side like this, okay, it's very awkward to flip right away, because when you're cheating down the middle, you flip right away, maybe use a bit of boost or not, but whatever. Okay. When you're here, I don't like doing that, because for the person that kicks off, he sees you flip in his screen and it's kind of off-putting, like, is he going for the kickoff as well and stuff? So what I do is I drive, I pick up this pad, and then I get back behind the ball. And so it has a good delay to let him go, and sometimes I flip and stuff. And this is a moment where I do get that extra pad. When you're going down mid, you get this extra pad that's there. So yeah, no, not that.
Okay.
It's already good that you cheat, because not everybody does.
Yeah. I never go corner boost. No.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Just putting that out there, talking about advanced mechanic. Like, we're at the level that when something like that happens, we don't need to think about them anymore. They don't exist for a few seconds. We need to think about him. Okay? Yeah. We dust him to this ball any day. Right?
Yeah.
But if we jump right now with 69 boost, what we're going to do is give him the ball. There's nothing else we can do. Right?
Yeah.
Like, you can't, like, maybe you can get the perfect touch and land on the wall and then jump again, maybe get a touch towards net, but never going to be powerful enough to score. What I would have liked here is to get the mid boost and go up the wall and catch that ball. And then you jump off the wall with the ball. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you had plenty of time to go there and take your time and get there in time. It was a little floaty, and he still wouldn't have been able to challenge you. Yeah, I like that. Defending backwards like that is very important. You could have went a bit more left.
Yeah, it could have gone
to
wider.
Be a bit sideways, but this is a good reflex to have. Good touch out the side, teammate goes. Yeah, I would have liked just a little car cam, just to check on him before you decide what to do with it, because you have 27. The ball's at the ceiling. If he's not going, I don't want to jump.
Yeah.
If the ball comes back down and I can catch him with maybe this pad and this pad, I can dribble and flick him and score. If I jump and I touch this ball, I give it back to him and he's gonna have full boost.
Yeah.
Make sense? That's where you at now. That's the chess game you need to play. It's boost versus their boost versus the positioning. What space are they giving you?
I see.
And even like you hit the ball, it was almost down. Like you jumped there, you could have kept driving. If you had taken the information on where the guy is, you don't see him because you're looking at the ball that's in the ceiling. But if you catch this ball and he doesn't challenge you, if he comes and challenges you, yes, you need to jump and block or try to dunk him or whatever. But if he doesn't challenge you, once you catch the ball, if you get a good catch, he cannot challenge you anymore. Because if he comes, you just flick over him. And he's the last man. So he's going to give you space if you catch this ball. But now he has ball in full boost. Well, okay, he used all the boost to basically give you guys back the ball, but your teammate doesn't have boost. Pads. So that's good. Here, I don't flip. I grab this pad. Like, yes, I drive towards there, try to put some pressure type thing, but I'm already ready to rotate by this pad and this pad. Know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
Like, so I like force him in the corner, but I'm not committing. I'm not going there. Basically, I'm trying to go back to net to get there in 2-3 seconds when my teammate will have actually challenged eventually. That's our goal. It's just by flipping like that, you missed all the pads and you're still on 0. And you're not in position to challenge him more. So it's kind of useless to give away your position like that. Late on that jump. It's good. Yeah, again, the pad lines. You need to here. You need to go a bit like how can I think, like geometry type thing. You need to see that line here. So these two pads that are the top of the box. Then try to join the football line. That's the far line on this side to be behind your teammate, because yes, you want to go on offense with him and help him, but if you grab only one pad, even if there's something good that shows up, you won't be able to go for it. So it's good what you're doing to try to help your teammate, but you need to get boost on the way. So try to find a line that you can get 2-3 pads. Whoops, I didn't need to do that. So there you got one, and then you flip there instead of flipping there to get this one and this one, and then turn get this one, and then depending on what happens, you can get this one, or mid. Seems like he missed it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so now you can't do anything. Good shadow. End up going. Now teammate get bombed. Not sure I would have went for that. I think I would have chilled. Maybe take those 2 pads and let teammate keep on going. Or if I go for it, I'm gonna go for it. For real.
Yeah.
Because here you seemed hesitant a bit, and then you didn't try to dunk the guy. You forced a bad touch, but I think you guys could have had more on this play. Here you weren't scared that teammate, because he has possession. Creator was asking earlier about possession. He has possession. Like, anybody that's gonna challenge him, he's supposed to beat them. And you weren't scared that teammate was gonna get beat. Because if teammate wins, he doesn't need you. Or he's gonna need you, it's gonna be a free ball in the box, and he's gonna, I don't know, bite the wall or whatever. He's gonna need you there in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
If it's neutral, one of them's gonna get the ball after. But if he loses, he's gonna need you like right now. So I would have positioned in consequence of the teammate not having the best challenge. So a bit further back. Like you turn forward a bit.
Yeah, I think it was just to try to get that boost.
Yeah. It's just giving up. Oh, they missed.
Yeah.
What's the danger here? What's dangerous? They're nothing.
Really.
Let him hit that ball. Get the boost. And then hit the next ball. You would have a free ball off of that. Like, look at the nice ball he gave you if you picked up the boost.
Yeah, it was actually more dangerous to challenge there.
Yeah.
If he would have got a favorable 50 in that situation, could have been in my net.
Yeah.
Right.
And like here, instead, maybe you like fake challenge and then go away, pick up the boost, and you get this with full boost. I'd take that. You can even just drive underneath it. He can't challenge you, because if you challenge you, you just jump and pop it over him. And then when it bounces, now you double jump underneath it and air dribble it in their net. Right?
Yeah.
You need to find these windows to generate offense. Basically, he made a huge mistake. You couldn't punish him. Great play from teammate. Funny, that's not what I would have done. Personally, I chipped this ball there. Because I don't see if he's in the smoke. You see what I mean? But I know he's not beside the smoke because we don't see his tag.
Yeah.
So he's not there, so I'm just gonna chip it there and then double tap it in. But it works. Yeah. You need a flip though. There. I couldn't find the button. I think the wrong button. So there. Here. I want your best speed flip. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
As soon as it pops and it's free, like you need to go and you kind of just boost it. You got enough to demo the guy because it was diagonal kickoff, so you had the mid pads on your way.
Yeah.
But let's say it was the other one where your teammate picks up the pad in front of you, you wouldn't have had enough to get supersonic to get that demo. And maybe even if you manage to get the pre-flip and chip it there, it bounces back to you and you can shoot it even with this boost. You can actually score this ball right away.
Okay.
You still did great. That's good. I like that you take your time. You know he doesn't have boost. You have boost. You have possession of the ball. That is great. Taking into account with the that I don't like though.
And
It's more of the. I like that you tried to go for a play. I don't like the play that you chose to go for. Because here you're near the wall. Why not use it? You know, catch the ball to roll it up the wall and then take off the wall. You're going to use much less boost and you're going to be much more dangerous than if you start an air dribble going forward like this and you need to go there. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Still had the decent stuff, and those chip and take off are very hard to dust a guy. So you need a lighter chip. Don't jump before. Try to get that, you know, that touch that we miss half the time at the beginning.
Yeah.
By just driving, and the ball needs to hit the ground, and you need to get there before it bounces too high over your hitbox, and you get that chip. That's the touch you needed there. And you need to be careful to not try to put band-aids like this on your play.
Okay.
Of like, yeah, I might not get this touch if I try to go for this, right? The problem is that eventually it's these touch that you're gonna need. And if you never try them because you're afraid to miss, when you're gonna need them, you won't be able to. Make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather you lose some games right now that eventually it's gonna click and you're just gonna skyrocket your rank. See what I mean?
Yeah.
I did that with it's one of the packs that I'm gonna want you to work on. When I'm off the wall, jumping and flipping in the ball, but to keep the ball close, not to flip to shoot the ball, but flip to control the ball, and then keep air dribbling behind.
Like cancel it?
Sorry?
To like cancel?
Yeah, dodge control. I think is it? Did I show you this pack? Not sure.
I saw you doing it on screen.
Okay, yes. So that I started just a few months ago. I was 1600 and I was like, how do they do all these crazy like cross pitch air dribbles, or even from the wall, sometimes super awkward ball, and they never run out of boost? And it's because there was something that I put off for too long.